Good afternoon. Ken Phillips here with War Stories, author of Lost. I thought this was going to be a Q&A, but I had no questions to answer, so what I decided to do was give you a little bit of insight as to how Lost came to be, the origin of Lost, if you will. So, my wife can attest that I do tend to over-explain, but this is the perfect form for over-explanation. So, let me start from the beginning. Year 2000, I was working on a screenplay, actually a script, about it was an Angel of Death story. This normal guy, regular guy, is approached by an Angel of Death supervisor and is recruited by this Angel of Death supervisor. I got, I think, 60 pages in, and the computer I had it saved on crashed, and I lost everything. And so probably a year or two later, I was 30 pages into a rewrite, 30 minutes of screen time, because it was still a script at that time. And a friend of mine introduced me to a show on Showtime called Dead Like Me. And if you've never seen or heard of Dead Like Me, it's about an Angel of Death supervisor who recruits a girl recently deceased into being an Angel of Death. And it floored me. It really did. Because there was a scene, and if I'm not mistaken, a line from the show that was ripped from my script, and I was ready to throw it away. And I had another friend who was talking to me about it, and they convinced me to just put it on the back burner and just see what happened later on. And so I did. But that whole thing should have been my first sign that I needed to go in a different direction. So in 2003, from 2002 to 2003, I had been conversing on a Ouija board with an entity who went by the name Wiz. And he told me that he and I were brothers in Scandinavia in the 8th century, that we were burned at the stake by this pope named Zachary, and that I needed to write a book. And at the time, I just blew it off. And after a while, a few months went by, and I had the idea, well, what if I took my script, changed the story from an Angel of Death story to two immortal brothers from Scandinavia, and used the conversation with Wiz as the backstory. And so, boom, you have Lost. Yeah. Conversation on a Ouija board. Over a few months' time, led to Lost. So, that's the origin of Lost, and 20 years later, here we are. The second book, Found, is out, working on book 3. So hopefully that creates more questions. Who is Wiz? He spent 1,200 years looking for his brother. Over the course of the first book, you kind of get a picture of some things he was doing in that time. But who is he as a person? What did he believe in? Who is his brother? Ask me questions. If you want to talk about the conversation on the Ouija board more, you can ask those questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This book is bigger than just me. It's going to raise some philosophical questions, religious questions. I'm happy to have those conversations. Okay, so whatever lost, found, related questions you want to talk about, post them on the YouTube video or on the Facebook page or wherever. Okay, send them directly to me as a message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends, neighbors, whoever. Subscribe so you can get notified when a new video is posted. And until next week, that's it for Raven's Post 2. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.